Today on CG Off-Road, we're going to show you how to make your Raptor breathe and look a whole lot better with some help from aFe. One of the most popular upgrades for the F-150 Raptor is a nice cold air intake. So today we're going to be installing this aFe cold air intake on our 2017 F-150 Raptor. This is aFe's Momentum XP Pro 5R cold air intake for the 2017-18 Raptor. It's going to directly replace the factory intake with a larger Roto-Molded air filter housing and dual high-flow Mandrel-Bent aluminum intake tubes with a massive pre-oiled air filter. It comes with everything you need for an easy install for improved performance and efficiency. For more information and pricing, click the link in the description down below. Now let's get to the install. Tools you will need for this installation: 7mm socket, 8mm socket, 1/4" ratchet, 11mm socket, 13mm socket, 3/8 ratchet, and a trim panel removal tool. So we actually currently have an aFe intake on this truck, so we can't show you how to remove the factory intake right this second with this truck. So we're going to show you footage from a previous install on how to remove the factory intake, and then we'll install our new aFe intake. Disconnect the two clips on the factory air box. Then there's two 7mm clamps on the air intake. This one's pretty easy to get to, but the next one's kind of hard to see. Once you get that clamp loosened, the upper portion of the intake can come right off. Unplug this intake sensor and then set your intake aside. There's a 13mm bolt that secures the lower portion of the airbox that needs to be removed. Remove the 5 plastic clips from the airbox. The airbox can now pop right off. With the factory system removed, take the grommet from the factory airbox and put it onto your new aFe airbox. Then take this metal sleeve and install it into the grommet from the inside. Install your aFe airbox into the factory location. Place the factory bolt through the grommet that you just installed and thread it in. To make this easier, you are going to want some extensions in a 13mm socket. Take the provided rubber trim and install this around the edge of the air inlet of the airbox. And this will make for a nice tight seal against the hood. Then we can install our 2 clips right here. Now we can install our massive Pro 5R filter. Get it into the housing by pushing on these rubber tabs to get it inside the lip. This kit comes with this vent tube insert that you need to install in order to avoid a check engine light with this intake because it flows so much more air. You're going to install this with this opening facing the turbo. So we're going to go down here and pop off the vent tube off the driver's side inlet tube. Install the insert with the opening facing the turbo. It's a little tight down here. Once you get the tube in, you can put your hose back on. Just like that. Make sure it snaps in place. We can now install our nice brushed aluminum intake tubes. This particular one will go on the driver's side inlet tube and then to right here on the filter. And then this tube is going to go on the passenger side inlet tube. Now we're going to take our crossover hose and connect the 2 inlet pipes. There's a barb on the bottom of each pipe. Slide the hose on. Now you can go back and tighten all of your clamps. Tighten all the clamps with an 8mm socket or a flathead screwdriver. Install the intake sensor into your new intake pipe. Push it in and twist it to lock it. and your install's finished. Okay, we got our aFe cold air intake installed in our 2017 Raptor, and it looks so much better than the factory intake. I'm loving the brushed aluminum look, and it's gonna help it to breathe a whole lot better. I'd say give yourself an hour, maybe an hour and a half to do this, and before you know it, you'll be heading off-road. We hope you enjoyed this video. To subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the link right here, and for more videos like this one, check out this playlist.